You might be as close to heaven as I'm ever gonna be. Though we seem to have known each other for less than an eternity, you, daughter of the moon, and I, son of the sea, you have a special pull on me. Pulling the corners of my mouth to the heavens when joy just wells up in me, you'd let me take off most masks and never seem to mind that I ask too many questions and I'm always prepared for the worst answers, though silently I pray for the best. Almost as though you think we're worth it, or I'm worth spending silent moments with wrapped in each other's arms with your head resting upon my chest. I spend too much time thinking about everything. Let's be impetuous. I want to move in with you. Move into every moment that we share with the peace of Allah in my heart and the faith and fate that would let me just love and be loved and show love. But you know you're loved by me. You remind me of nothing. Because you're unlike anything or anyone. Your tears remind me of a pain I never want to bring you and a joy I always want to give us. And though at times I look mad at the world, I don't know that I could be any more in love. I want our children to look like how you make me feel. Bright as the sun, calm as the sea, well organized as free verse poetry. I'd offer you an invitation. Meet me at sunrise because I need you to pray with me. Pray that we can be what Allah planned from antiquity. Whether you call me good friend or your man, please, always call me good friend. I need us to submit our wills to Allah together, knowing that angels have bound our hearts together forever, and that I would never have to love you, just for our children's sake. I'd love you just because I love waking up in the middle of the night to make sure you're warm enough. I'd love you just because I can just be with you and somehow that's enough. I'd love you just so I could spend the rest of our lives wiping the crust from the corners of your eyes and telling you how beautiful you are to me. Painting your pictures in the lines of my newest poetry. But you should love me for the sake of us. Love me because I'm a father to all our children and a husband to my wife. Love me because you are the air that gives my love life. Love me because it makes so much more sense than any theory. Let's rewrite our names in the book of God's remembrance. And you can take my name if you'd like. And I'd give you my life. I'm learning to be selfless and give a little more, sharing more than my body of poetry. With you, I'd share my soul's words and my dreams' tears. I'd even give you my last piece of tofu and broccoli. You make me know that if this is as close to heaven as I'm ever gonna be, I've been closer than those who read poetry but never live it. Thank you.
Peace is back, baby. Not shady, it's all gravy. Leaving tongues home, wrapped around your lung when I come. Boost by no need juice, it's loose when I'm fluid. Who can do it like I do it when I put the truth into it? How you know it when you knew it? Cause you lie when you do it, but back to the aim, no slack in the chain, no crack in the grain, no pimping women the game like a slave with no name. These streets are in the game. He's talking Toyota talk while he's switching 4 lanes. There's something different about him. His rhymes ain't the same. Used to get in the head, now he's ahead with a brain. The modern day Malcolm who got the change. They backbite his name, taking God in vain. They never feeling the shame, hurting feelings is pain. So you can talk behind my back, see your deeds in hell, then write a book about it. Innocent man in jail. Here we go. They say, I see him talking and he's walking and they staring and they hawking and they turn around and say, oh, he look like Osama bin Laden. Is he on the flight? Let's let us stop staring. Why you whispering about what the hell he's wearing? Is he coming up on the right? Let's let us stop staring. So I keep going on, my mind keep flowing on and showing on as I perform a sound of alarm. Freestyle fanatic, so I drop the bomb. So, who's looking on my dorm room door? Is it a devil or a whore? Or is it the wife of a husband who I know I had sprung? Or is it that crook on Gresham that I took weed from? It was the wife at the door cause she wasn't committed. See, I would hit it and quit it and tell her husband I did it. Why you ruined my marriage? Well, Rick wouldn't admit it, but Peace would, cause Peace knew that Rick was up to no good. See, I was a hypocrite, but I didn't know how to deal with it. When I was talking to Peace, I was acting like Rick when it begun. I think I was a part-time Muslim in 1991. Out of high school, I'm done and known around school for the lyrics and a loose tongue. Having fun, young, dumb, and full of cum. Thought I was wise, went to college with them 5%ers and knowing poetry quotes that we all sinners. HU, womanizer, you know that was me, where all the women would be. See, it was something to see. And I would manifest and learn my essence of being black and never know the actual fact and never lack in words to snack and chew on, so we can do on, perform for you and me on.
My grandmother was an amazing woman. A labyrinth of mysterious light. Brown eyes staring through me with ease. She would set me at ease. Her slow speech and gentle hands impart an old wisdom from the deep North Carolina countryside. Black people would gather around Thomasine like a campfire, still yet moving to a warm rhythm. Her right shoulder was my favorite. After school program to lean on for affection, she would kiss the wounds beneath unbroken skin, mending my secret pieces of anguish. Grandmothers know a secret language that hushes little babies and big ones. Grown men were humbled and returned to the seedling sons from which they sprout. She didn't even have to shout. Grandma spoke soft and carried no stick. Her words simply stick to the rib. She was a home-cooked meal serving itself from a bottomless dish. Breaking bread, chicken, and fish, my Ichthys BC, a practitioner of alchemy who transmuted suffering into golden experiences. She was my rock of great value. First woman I learned to bow to, the goddess within, a feminine temple among men. She was a sign of power. Never once did I see her cower from this bully of a life. Did once see her leave late night, dressed in all black like midnight. Next morning was the answer to stomach prayers with no explanation as to how we now had a full refrigerator. My grandmother smoked Salem like peace. She drank Seagram's number 7 and Donald Duck, the orange juice. The whole world could fall down, but my grandma got up at the crack of dawn to have conversations with the sun, telling it to follow my brother and I to school each morning and back each afternoon, where she'd be waiting with the peace that passed all understanding. We not understanding that she was just happy to see us home again safely in this world of insanity. My grandmother was a magi. She transformed strangers into family with the wave of her palm. I got cousins, uncles, and aunts, only related because Thomasine say it be, and it is. And I lived soul to soul with this mundane divinity for my first 13 years, her slow speech and gentle hands sculpting the basis of who I is. And this poem is the least that I can give as thanks to God and grandmothers, the most amazing mysteries of the universe, both all-knowing yet unknown. Thanks for listening.